anything else you need for your neck, your shoulders, and we will start to begin. So before we come into like our meditation seat, I just want to talk a little bit about STOP, this method. And it's a practice, but STOP essentially stands for, S is for stop. I don't really like that, that STOP is the first word of the STOP acronym, but that's the way it is. And then, so STOP, take a deep breath is T, O is observe, and P is proceed without judgment. So 2 ways that you can maybe look at a mantra like this too shall pass is from this anxious space, or this maybe frustrated space. And so you would stop, take a deep breath, observe, and then proceed without judgment, right? So that is sort of like when you are faced with a little bit of frustration, faced with a little bit of like you're reacting, you're starting to, like this fight or flight is going in your body and your mind, and you are getting ready to like bubble over, right? And you want to proceed without judgment for yourself or with others. You want to proceed like from a choice-based space, okay? And then I like to use this too shall pass from a different standpoint, and it always makes me cry, but I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna take a deep breath. And so when I speak to this too shall pass, a lot of times for me that is like all these like really beautiful moments in life are going to pass just as quickly as the negative ones. So I think sometimes we tend to dwell in the negative and wonder, oh my gosh, is it ever going to end? And I don't think enough time is spent for some of us in the, oh my gosh, this life moves so fast, and like where can I hold on to a little bit of that? So when I use STOP, when I am feeling like just overwhelmed as a mother, or like the growth of my kids, the speed at which life takes off on us, I like to stop. I'm going to take a deep breath, observe, and then proceed with gratitude. So let's, for example, like homeschooling right now for my kids is just like, oh my God. When I am homeschooling Eloise, I am stopping with so much gratitude, and I can't believe how like amazing she is right now. And it's like, it's going to be short-lived that she's going to want to think all of this is fun and do it with me. And when I am, and Henry is great, he is amazing, but when I am homeschooling Henry, I stop from this frustrated space so that I can proceed without judgment for myself or for him, for the situation. And it's really my way of coming back to patience and coming back to like choosing to proceed from like a level space, okay? So we're going to think about that. We're going to consider that as we meditate, and I'll sort of remind you throughout the meditation all about the STOP. So there's a couple places we'll put it in. And yeah, so just consider what that looks like for you in your life, like maybe this week, maybe today, and what it could look like for you tomorrow if you were to remember to implement it. And I think one last thing that I wanted to share before we start is just that this is a common theme, like amongst my yoga classes. The way that I lead from the studio as an instructor is that there seems to be a lot of lip service in life. There seems to be a lot of wishing and wanting. For myself personally, wishing and wanting to be a more patient mother, wishing and wanting to be more present every day. And so it really has to begin with showing up first. And so I acknowledge you for sharing this with me. It really has to begin with a little bit of stillness and a little bit of inward focus, inward turning, and whether that looks like you're taking yourself to a yoga class or giving yourself still quiet time, whether it looks like prayer, whatever it may be, it has to really be put into action in order for these changes to become real life, okay? So no, I don't always stop, and the more I do, the more I do in the future. Does that make sense? So, okay, I'm going to get started. That's enough of that. You're going to get yourself seated. You could get yourself seated with a pillow underneath the back side of your seat so that your pelvis sort of rolls forward and you're sort of sitting up tall. You could also be in a kneeling position, which I think I'm going to do today because I didn't do last time. I like to take a block or something to lift my seat up horizontally underneath my sit bones, and I'm in hero's pose, and then I take a pillow on top of that, sort of like a mushroom. And then a mushroom, that's what everyone called it in my teacher training, but it's so comfortable for me to put my sit bones right there, and then I could sit like this. So having a little bit of lift up keeps the stress out of the knees. Okay, so go ahead and find a comfortable place for yourself. We're gonna start in about a second. Let me just, my knees. Okay, hey guys, thanks for watching, thanks for joining. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to sit in my seat, and I hear children, I hear puppy talk. People are still awake. Okay, so just start here. When you're ready, gently close your eyes, okay? And know that you can proceed with the entire meditation for the rest of our time together with your eyes closed if you choose, right? So the sound of my voice will lead you through what it is that we are doing, right? And as much as you can with your eyes closed, sort of closing out the exterior, the outside world, the better. So when you're ready, just gently close your eyes, roll your shoulders down away from your ears, and then just tune into where your shoulders rest over your hips, right? So draw your shoulders back and then lift your chin slightly so that the neck becomes more neutral. Less effort here, less strain. And then try to soften in your torso and your belly. So sometimes we sit up so stiff and tall that our breath becomes shallow. So just try to relax here without slouching. Yes, it's hard to find the medium, but try to get that. And then just start to observe your breath coming in through your nose and out through your nose. And if you feel like you need to take these in through your nose and out through your mouth, that's okay. Inhale. Exhale. Allow yourself to get more still. Your thoughts to become more quiet, and just tune into only the sensations that occur around your breath. Maybe that is feeling the low belly lift, the ribs, the chest expand. And then feeling it all rest, fall as you exhale. Take a few more on your own. We're going to start to move through that 4, 4, 6 count breath. So it's an inhale for 4, a hold for 4, and then an exhale for 6. So before we start, just inhale fully through your nose and exhale. Now for 4, inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your own, take 3 more just like that. Follow the rhythm. 2 more. One more in. With your eyes closed, just come back to a regular breathing pattern. Consider what part of this discussion, what part of this mantra resonates most with you today. Do you fall in the space of proceed without judgment? Or do you fall within the space of proceed with gratitude? Like, where are you wanting to stop? Like, before reaction, or before losing presence, before becoming absent from your life, right? Do you want to stop to become more present, or stop to become less reactive? So what part of that message resonates with you most here? Try not to attach yourself too much to whatever comes up. Just breathe. Just breathe and let it go. Put yourself in a situation now, a situation that requires you to practice this stop. Feel yourself in this conversation, in this interaction, in this moment. And then put into practice stop. Take a deep breath. Observe what is occurring right now in this moment. This moment. How do you feel in your body? What is it that is causing you to boil over, right? To become frustrated? What is it that is causing you to drift away from being present in this moment, whatever that is? Just observe. And then choose now to proceed without judgment, to proceed with gratitude. Now. Take 3 more full body breaths here. No rush. Just full and complete breaths. Keep your face soft. And before we come out of this too much here, just begin to, maybe with your eyes still closed, round your spine a little bit like cat. So whether you're on easy seated or hero's pose, tuck your chin around your spine, maybe even interlace your fingers, press them away. And then do the opposite of that, draw your belly forward, lift your chin, lift your chest, and then come back to neutral. Slowly roll out your shoulders and open your eyes. Thank you guys for joining me. And as always, like, for following along with what we're up to. If that's your first meditation, like, please comment and let us know what you thought. And yeah, it's that simple. Just a few breaths, a thought, or something to mull over, and then a little bit of stillness, okay? I hope that you found this helpful and worthwhile. Thank you guys.